The Spirit of the Lord has urgently stirred my heart to share this message with you, and if your eyes are upon these words, it is not by chance. Heaven is aligning something specifically for your life. But there's a divine instruction you must follow. Tell no one, not even those closest to you, not yet. Close your eyes, breathe in deeply. There is a stirring in the unseen, a shift with your name etched upon it. Can you feel the unease, that inner tension as if destiny is nearing? That's not anxiety, it's spiritual sensitivity responding to a heavenly signal. But be warned, the adversary senses this too. He's planting familiar voices near you to derail the divine path, to sow doubt, resistance, and hesitation. Some of these voices will come from those who should stand beside you, but instead they will question, oppose, and discourage. That's why God says, hold your peace, even from those you love. For it is written, a man's enemies shall be those of his own household. Do not seek validation for what I will soon unveil. Just obey, and you will witness windows of favor flinging open, opportunities cascading from above, and ancient promises springing to life, all with such supernatural velocity that it may even overwhelm you. But until that unveiling, silence is your shield. This moment is sacred, this message a divine encounter, and buried within it is a revelation meant to shift your entire reality. Heaven doesn't reveal its deepest secrets to every ear, it speaks only to those spiritually tuned, and if you are still reading, then this is unmistakably for you. A divine inheritance, a promise not to be spoken prematurely, is on its way. You have been chosen for something uncommon, and discretion is now part of your calling. The book of Habakkuk speaks clearly, the vision is for an appointed time, though it delays, wait, it shall surely come. What you've sensed inwardly, a recurring dream, a word from another, a persistent knowing, this is not your imagination but a preview of the divine. It has its hour, and until then, you must guard it. Have you noticed how when you share something hopeful, opposition quickly follows? How your light seems to stir resistance, especially from those you love? That is why the Holy Spirit warns you, do not speak of what's coming. Some matters are too sacred for the ears of those not meant to understand. Jesus himself declared, do not give what is holy to dogs, do not throw pearls before swine. What is about to be released into your life is a pearl, a treasure from heaven, and it must be protected in the quiet. This silence is not punishment, it is divine strategy. God is testing your maturity, your ability to carry the blessing without the need for applause or human approval. Many never walk into the fullness of their promise because they cannot remain silent and still. But you are different, you have been set apart for a holy assignment. Prepare now. What you are about to see will affirm what you've already felt in dreams, signals, and spiritual echoes. God is speaking, and the time is now. Though you may not yet see it, the heavenly realms are vibrating with activity on your behalf. Angelic movements are happening, unseen doors are being unlatched, chains are breaking in places you've never even walked into yet. This is all the result of a single word released over your destiny. You can sense it, can't you? That invisible tension, the weight of anticipation pressing on your chest, like something monumental is about to unfold. That's because it is. The spiritual realm is aligning itself around you. But you must be cautious. The size of this blessing demands secrecy. What God is sending isn't common. It will shatter generational cycles, revive delayed dreams, flood your life with provision, and elevate you spiritually, emotionally, and even financially. Jeremiah wrote, "Call unto me and I will answer and show you great and hidden things you do not know." You are on the verge of such a revelation. But remember, when heaven moves, hell also reacts. Your spiritual opposition has sensed the proximity of this outpouring and is deploying distractions, discouragements, and doubts. But the Lord says, remain firm, stay hidden, continue in prayer. Heaven has already authorized your breakthrough. Declare this now with faith: I trust in God's movement. The heavens are working in my favor. These are not empty words, they are activations. When spoken in faith, they alter the atmosphere, they announce your agreement with the divine. Say it with conviction: heaven is aligning things for me. This is more than engagement, it is a prophetic agreement that dismantles invisible barriers. Stay with this message, your understanding is expanding even as you read. God is realigning your life's blueprint. Relationships will be healed, financial provision will arrive, impossibilities will dissolve, and all without needing to justify or explain to anyone. But remember, the key is discretion. Do not tell anyone, not even your family, not yet. God is operating in the silence. What's approaching is more significant than you've imagined. But before every promise comes a test, and often the trial hides inside the promise itself. If God told you what's coming, why then the struggle? The answer lies in a truth not widely known: every divine word is preceded by a proving season. Before fruit, there's drought. Before the crown, there's rejection. Before the promise manifests, faith must be forged. And after you've endured for a while, the God of all grace will restore, establish, and strengthen you. That's where you are now, in the sacred space between waiting and wonder, between pain and breakthrough. And in that space, the enemy wages war hardest. He will use familiar faces, discouraging voices, and even the silence of those you depend on to wear down your hope. But the Lord commands, do not share, do not seek comfort from people, remain still. This testing is not abandonment, it's divine preparation for what's too powerful to be rushed. If God delivered the promise without shaping you first, it might break you. Look at Joseph. Did he immediately understand the betrayal, the pit, the prison? Not at first. But when the palace doors opened, he saw it clearly. Every wound was a bridge. With you, it shall be the same. This present pain is developing in you the strength to carry a colossal blessing. You are not being overlooked, you are being divinely hidden until the appointed hour. So while you wait, speak life. Write with boldness, I am in God's preparation. The promise is secure, I trust God's timing. These declarations break demonic interference and align your life with divine timing. Your future is not in crisis, it's in construction. Take a breath, let these words saturate your spirit. Your story is about to take a dramatic turn for the better. And yes, even inside your family, there's been jealousy. You've seen it, the shift in tone, the absence of celebration, the cold responses. You tried to dismiss it, but your spirit knows. It's envy, and it's real. That's one more reason God is urging silence, not to isolate you, but to shield you. Not every heart close to you is clean, not every smile sincere. And right before release, the enemy activates silent saboteurs. This is not emotional, it's spiritual. The opposition is not about you personally, it's about the promise you carry, the light you emit, the mantle upon you. Envy is a stealth weapon the enemy uses to block breakthroughs. That's why God is hiding you for now, teaching you to flourish without exposure, to grow without noise, so when the unveiling comes, it will be undeniable. Don't be wounded by coldness at home. Don't mourn when others fail to cheer for you. It's all part of the divine security system. You are in God's secret place, separated, set apart, and soon to be elevated. When your moment comes, even your loudest doubters will bow to the evidence. Speak it now. No jealousy will block what God is birthing in my life. I choose faith over approval. What God has spoken, no man can cancel. Every time you affirm this, spiritual strongholds tremble, invisible chains break, and angelic defense is assigned to your destiny. Keep walking. Keep silent. Keep believing. The voice of God has spoken, and what He begins, no power in hell can stop. And now, as you remain under divine protection, understand this: God is not delaying to deny you, He is delaying to prepare everything to perfection. What is being orchestrated behind the veil is not a common breakthrough, it is generational, foundational, and transformational. It will shift the atmosphere of your entire life, but it must be released in fullness, not fragments. This is why you've been in hiding, why your spirit has been unsettled, why doors seem to open just enough to show a glimpse and then close again. These are not denials, they are delays birthed in divine mercy, for God refuses to give you anything half-formed. He will not release you into environments that are not yet ready for your arrival. Just as a master builder waits for the foundation to cure before erecting the structure, so does heaven wait until the spiritual cement beneath your promise is secure. Do not mistake the quiet for abandonment. Do not confuse preparation with punishment. You are not forgotten, you are being fortified. There are things being dealt with that your eyes have not seen, people being removed who would sabotage your future, alignments being made that will catapult you forward, favor being stirred in places where your name has not yet been mentioned but soon will be. What is ahead will demand more of you, more faith, more humility, more spiritual clarity. That's why you are being tested with silence. Can you walk in purpose without needing praise? Can you believe the vision without external validation? Can you protect what you carry, even when you feel alone? These are not rhetorical questions, they are spiritual checkpoints. If you pass them, you unlock doors that were once sealed by generations past. Your obedience is breaking ancestral cycles. Your silence is loud in the spirit. The enemy hates that you have not given up. He is baffled that even when isolated, you keep worshiping, that even with no applause, you keep moving, that even in tears, you keep trusting. And heaven is watching all of it, angels taking note, scrolls recording every moment of your faithfulness. You are being honored in realms you cannot yet perceive. But soon, the natural will catch up to what's already complete in the spiritual. You will see sudden shifts. What took years will change in days. The people who overlooked you will need your voice. The rooms that once ignored you will request your presence. But when that happens, remember this silence. Remember this space, this divine womb where your faith matured. Don't forget the cost of the promise. Don't trade the oil of your preparation for public approval. Stay aligned. Stay grounded. And when the doors open, walk in humility. You are not being elevated for self-glory but for divine purpose. You are an answer to prayers that were prayed decades ago. You are walking in fulfillment of generational intercession. Some of your ancestors cried for the freedom you now stand in. Don't take it lightly. You are the one chosen to break chains they couldn't. You are the one called to build altars where others built idols. That is why the warfare has been so intense, not because you're weak, but because you are dangerous to darkness. You threaten systems that have stood unchallenged. Your obedience terrifies hell. And now, God is about to honor you publicly for what you steward privately. But the instruction remains: be silent, until it is time. There will be a clear signal when to speak, when to move, when to reveal. Until then, stay hidden in the secret place. Let the anointing increase. Let the oil multiply. Let the fire refine you further. Because what's coming next isn't just a moment, it's a mantle. It's not just about breakthrough, it's about stewardship. With the blessing comes weight. With the elevation comes responsibility. And with the visibility comes warfare. But by now you know how to stand. You've learned how to pray in secret, how to discern motives, how to shield your heart. These skills were not developed in vain, they are the armor you'll need in the next dimension. And when you arrive, don't be surprised if old relationships fall away. Everyone cannot follow where you're going. Don't grieve the loss, God is pruning. He is aligning your circle with your assignment. Some were good for who you were, but not for who you are becoming. Let them go in peace. What's ahead requires covenant, not comfort. Purpose, not popularity. Mission, not mixture. You are about to meet divine connections, people with keys, people with strategies, people whose presence confirms your next level. But to discern them, your spirit must stay pure. Bitterness cannot travel with you. Unforgiveness cannot anchor you. Fear cannot sit at your table. Let go of what weighs you down. This is a season of spiritual ascension. You are being lifted higher, not by your own strength, but by divine wind. You are being carried by prophecy, propelled by obedience, sustained by grace. And no weapon, no delay, no distraction, no deception, will prosper. Declare that now in the Spirit, no weapon formed against me shall prevail. I am covered. I am chosen. I am advancing. And as you speak these words, understand they are not mere affirmations, they are decrees. And heaven responds to decrees spoken in faith. The earth must align. Circumstances must bow. Angels are dispatched at the sound of your voice. Heaven is not passive, it is responsive. It is waiting for your agreement, your participation. This is not the time to be silent in prayer. Speak boldly to God, but remain quiet before men. Worship louder in private than you do in public. Let your strength be built in the stillness. And when it is time to emerge, the sound of your arrival will echo through dimensions. You will carry weight that no title can define, influence that no platform can create, and authority that no man can deny. But again, do not rush it. Rushing births premature results. Premature elevation leads to unnecessary warfare. Stay in God's timing. He's working out every detail. He's aligning hearts, preparing rooms, softening the hearts of decision makers. You won't need to strive for it. What's yours will find you. What God has ordained cannot miss you. Your only task is to remain faithful, to protect the vision, to mature in silence, and to continue declaring His word over your life. Say it now, I am hidden for greatness. I am being refined for purpose. I trust God more than I trust what I see. I believe the promise even in the presence of pain. And if you've made it this far, understand this, you are not alone. Countless others are rising in secret, being prepared in silence, hidden warriors being formed for a time such as this. You are part of a remnant, a prophetic company who will move in purity, power, and precision. You are not waiting for a blessing, you are being transformed into one. And soon, the world will witness what heaven already knows. You are chosen, anointed, called, and prepared. Now take a deep breath. Let the peace of God guard your heart. Let the fire of His presence saturate your atmosphere. Let the silence no longer feel like absence, but like intimacy. Let the waiting no longer feel like delay, but like design. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are right on time, heaven's time. And what's coming will make every sacrifice worth it. And as the wind of divine timing continues to gather strength, know that what is forming in the Spirit is not just a personal elevation but a generational turning point, a divine reversal of years of delay, rejection, and silence that seemed unexplainable, yet were always purposeful. Every moment of obscurity was a layer of protection, every tear an investment, every disappointment a redirection to something far greater than you could have asked for or imagined. What God is orchestrating is not just restoration, it is resurrection. Things that seemed dead, dreams, relationships, passions, promises, are being resurrected not as they were but as they were always meant to be. You are not returning to old cycles, you are being ushered into divine order. And now, God is speaking again, softly, clearly, powerfully, into your spirit. Do not mistake this quiet for inactivity. I am working in realms your feet have not yet touched. I am speaking your name in rooms you've never entered. I am positioning you in a plan you've yet to perceive. And the voice of God, though gentle, is relentless. It whispers when you want to quit, it nudges you when you try to retreat, it reminds you that purpose still stands, that your existence is no accident, that the very breath in your lungs is a sign that your assignment is still active. And now, the signs will increase. What you once brushed off as coincidence, you will begin to recognize as confirmation. Conversations will carry hidden messages from heaven. Numbers, names, places, moments, they will start to repeat themselves with divine rhythm. Pay attention. Be alert. Do not dismiss the small signs, for they are footprints of the Spirit guiding you step by step. And with each confirmation, your faith will grow, your spirit will strengthen, and your resolve will deepen. The enemy will notice your progression, he will attempt to disrupt it. But the weapons will not work. He will try to resurrect your past, awaken old insecurities, bring familiar temptations, and stir up forgotten wounds, but they will no longer have power over you. You are not who you were, and you are not where you came from. You are being made new. The oil on your life now is costly because it was crushed from pressing. You didn't just survive, you transformed. And now you carry evidence, not of perfection, but of presence. The presence of God is evident in how you love, how you endure, how you discern, how you worship even in the wilderness. And yes, others may wonder how you're still standing, but you know. You know it's not your strength that sustained you but grace. You know that had it not been for the Lord who was on your side, you would have fainted in the day of adversity. And now, that same God who sustained you in hidden seasons is preparing to showcase you in revealed seasons, not to magnify you, but to magnify Himself through you. You will become the proof that God still speaks, still restores, still chooses, still anoints, still breaks chains, still fulfills promises. And when that moment comes, stay humble. The platform is not a throne, it's a pulpit. The blessing is not a crown, it's a calling. You were not chosen for applause but for assignment. You were not elevated for comfort but for conquest. There are lives attached to your obedience, destinies hanging on your consistency, generations depending on your yes. And now, as heaven draws closer to your atmosphere, as angels encamp around you, as favor begins to locate you in places you didn't even pursue, do not be surprised when what once seemed hard becomes easy, when what once delayed suddenly accelerates. That is the power of divine timing. That is the evidence of prophetic fulfillment. And even when your surroundings seem the same, remember, your spirit is shifting. Even if your location hasn't changed, your elevation has begun. Even if the scenery is familiar, your assignment has advanced. And soon, your natural will catch up with your supernatural reality. But until then, remain steady. Remain silent. Remain sensitive. You are nearing the moment when God says, "Now." And when He does, there will be no confusion, no delay, no interference. Every obstacle will bow. Every enemy will be silenced. Every limitation will be lifted. And you will walk through doors that only God could open, doors that were designed with your obedience in mind, doors that were delayed only because your maturity was not yet ready to handle the weight of what lay behind them. But now, you are being summoned. You are being called higher. You are being entrusted. Heaven's hand is extending to pull you into places you once only saw in visions. And your only task in this moment is to continue. Keep praying, even when it feels dry. Keep fasting, even when there's no breakthrough. Keep listening, even when He's quiet. Because your posture is prophetic. Your position is a weapon. Your consistency is a declaration that you trust God beyond emotion. And that trust? That's what qualifies you. Not your perfection, not your performance, but your faith. And as you move forward, let every step be intentional. Let your conversations carry grace. Let your actions reflect alignment. Because you are no longer waiting, you are transitioning. The heavens have already decreed it. The shift is not coming, it is here. And those who were blind to your calling will be forced to acknowledge what God has done. They may not understand it, they may not like it, but they will not be able to deny it. The light that God is placing upon you will be undeniable. And that light? It will not only illuminate your path, it will expose those who are hiding in shadows around you. Some connections will be severed. Some masks will fall. But do not mourn. That is part of the pruning. And in that pruning, you are being protected. Let it go. Let them go. What remains will be rooted. What survives will be strengthened. What is ahead is holy. You cannot carry old weight into a new season. Release it. Forgive them. Bless them. And rise. Because what God is bringing is heavy with glory, soaked in promise, and sealed with divine purpose. And it has your name on it.